G'day guys, just a video here on different aspects of boxing. Now it can be good to talk about the world of boxing in terms of boxing news, fights coming up, etc. But it's also good just to talk about a few things in terms of actual boxing itself. Now an important part of boxing, in fact you could almost say the most important part of boxing, is ring generalship. It can be called Ringcraft, etc., a few different names. Essentially what it comes down to is who is controlling the fight. Now this is something that the judges should be looking at a lot as to who is controlling the fight. Now what I mean by that, in terms of trying to explain it, is that if your style is to be a boxer who likes to fight at a distance, they've got fast hands and feet, if that's your style, then you are able to apply that in sparring or in a fight. So applying that successfully. Now your style might be more of a brawling type fighter who likes to get in close, stay on the chest of your opponent. That might be your style that you're most suited to. Now if you're able to successfully do that, then you are controlling the fight. Now, if we look at it on the other spectrum, if you're, again, an inside fighter here, looking to put a lot of pressure on, it's generally called like a slugger on the inside. If you're attempting to do that, but yet your opponent is they might be like a boxer puncher, or they might be a distance fighter, you are unable, or you're not being successful to get on the inside, and your opponent is picking you off at a distance, then that means you're not controlling the fight. And then again, if I put another spin on it, if you are a distance fighter who likes to rely on speed, etc., but your opponent is a slugger and they're just getting on your chest, you haven't been able to move, etc., and you're being caught by shots, then that means you're not controlling the fight. Now, when I talk about the different styles, there's a pretty long list of styles. Again, you have someone who will fight at a distance. They're a distance fighter. You'll have a boxer puncher who just sits on the end of range, likes to counterpunch. They're neither a distance boxer or a slugger. They're able to do both, really, but primarily sitting on the edge of range. You'll have pressure fighters, which can be a couple of different categories. It might be that presence, pressure, where they're always in front of the opponent, or it might be a pressure fighter in terms of high volume punching, as well as being right in front of your opponent a lot of the time, putting the pressure on there. And then, like I said, you have your sluggers on the inside. So whichever style it is, whoever is successfully applying that is who is controlling the fight, okay? Like I said, whether that's called Ringcraft, Ring Generalship, that's essentially what it is, who is controlling the fight. Now, you can break down different things in terms of, punch technique, etc. There's heaps of trainers out there and coaches that will show you lots of things with that there. But the main thing I wanted to talk about was things that often aren't talked about, because it can be actually hard to put it down into words, ring generalship, and who is controlling the fight. So it's just something that I want people to think about. And the first aspect of that is finding out what style of fighter you are. What are your best attributes that will make you a certain type of fighter? Find that out, and it will take you a long way in terms of finding success in boxing. So that's just something there to think about, guys. Who's controlling the fight? Ringcraft, Ring Generalship. So next time you're watching fights, and certainly when you're in the gym yourself, just have a good thought of that. Okay guys, thanks.